In the Bag of the Book segment tonight, an odd move by the University of Minnesota to remove racial descriptions from some campus crime alerts, meaning that the university's police chief and other school officials will decide on a case-by-case basis whether to describe suspects by race. Presumably, it's still okay to mention height, which to me is heightist. And as someone of below average height, I am outraged. Joining us now from Maryland, Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke. So, Sheriff, describing a suspect by their skin color can now be deemed as racist. Is that what this means?
On the stage, Donald Trump.
Yeah, and this is what happens when political correctness starts to seep into law enforcement and what the American police officer has to deal with on a daily basis. Look, when I'm on the trail of a criminal, I only care about one thing, and that's getting that guy in custody so that he doesn't get to claim another victim, especially on our college campuses. I guess the University of Minnesota president wants everybody to be a equal opportunity suspect. What we try to do with a suspect description, we try to give as much information as possible, as you indicated: height, weight, complexion, hair color, clothing, age, and race. Those are all critical factors. If you take race out of the mix, you haven't narrowed the pool, you have expanded the pool, and it makes it more difficult for law enforcement and for the students and the public and neighborhoods to help you get these people into custody. This university president capitulated to political correctness, and that's very dangerous policy for the students at the University of Minnesota. He needs to reconsider this flawed decision.
Yeah, I mean, if you use this logic, even mentioning the gender of a suspect could be viewed as sexist. So, in fact, we'd have to just say that they are humans, correct?
That's about what it'll be in the end. We'll just be able to say the perpetrator was a human being.
Yes.
And that's how this stuff goes, as you know. It starts with race, next it'll be gender. Look, like I said, when I'm on the trail of a crook, I don't care about offending somebody's racial sensitivity. I want to get that guy in custody so that he does not continue to victimize people on college campuses and in our communities.
Yeah, in fact, you could even go even further and say that calling them human is a slight against other earthlings like cattle or canines. So maybe we should just call them earthlings, but that would offend outer space aliens. What about clothing? This is the thing that I guess they would prefer you to go by clothing. However, most suspects remove their clothing. That's the reason why they bring a different shirt. If they're robbing a place, they will wear a shirt and then they will change. So you can't go by clothing either.
Well, this is what happens when a non-law enforcement professional like the university president starts to dabble in police work in America. As you said, there's certain things that a criminal perpetrator can change. Even leaving the crime scene, he can take a shirt out, turn it inside out. If it's over a long period of time, they can cut their hair, grow a beard, shave a beard. There's certain things that cannot change on a suspect. One of them is their race.
Yeah, that's true. So do you think that this is actually going to stay, or is this going to spread? Could this, I watch this kind of thinking kind of spread throughout the campuses, and no one seems to want to stop it.
Well, this is going to spread on our colleges and universities. You know, they're no longer learning institutions. These are laboratories for liberal indoctrination, and that's what this stuff is. This is modern liberalism, but it's very dangerous for students, for victims, for law-abiding people to capitulate to this nonsense. It's going to have a devastating effect, especially if they have something like a serial rapist on the University of Minnesota. And if I was a parent looking at colleges and universities for my child, I would scratch the University of Minnesota off the list immediately, because apparently public safety is not a high priority. Modern liberalism is.
Well, thank you, Sheriff.